yours truly. I'm the one and only. I go by the name of Mr. TALIAFERRO. Please make sure you're following your boy on Instagram. It's Mr. TALIAFERRO. Let's go right into it. Gucci Mane LaFleur, Atlanta, Georgia's own, is not happy with his label Atlantic, and he wants some change immediately, or he plans on leaving. With everything going on in the community right now, what I feel like this black surge is for our people. We're getting things that we want, and we're canceling out companies and people that don't got our best interests at heart. Gucci Mane is on that wave as well, and he said he's done with the label that he's on. For those who don't know, Gucci's on Atlantic Records. He tweeted out yesterday, all artists, let's go on strike. Fuck these racist ass labels. Burn them down too. Black Lives Matter. Hashtag Black Execs Matter. Fuck these crackers. He went on to say, leaving Atlantic Records July 3rd. These crackers polite racists. So icy summer. Then I saw him tweet out, this was another subtle shot at Atlantic Records. And Tekashi, for some odd reason, took this personal. He said, to all snitches and my haters, and the most polite racist ever, which he's talking about is Atlantic Records. He said, I pray y'all die of coronavirus. And Tekashi actually responded to Gucci and said, you fell off since Black Beatles. And then he clowned, or tried to clown Gucci by, trolling, saying you don't want smoke with Gucci, he's a gangster. All right, Tekashi, you're going to get what you're looking for sooner rather than later. I done warned you a plethora of times, but I don't even want to focus on 6ix9ine in this video. I want to talk about a very big story, a real story, and that's what Gucci Mane said about Atlantic Records. He called them the most polite racists ever. Because when I look at Atlantic, I think of them as the most progressive label. They're the label that goes out and signs the big YouTube artists. They got Kodak Black on their label. They got NBA Youngboy on their label. They got Cardi B, the Bruno Mars of the world. They got a lot of people on their roster. I would say they're probably the hottest label by far in 2020, with so many artists going independent. I would say that they're still the hottest. I believe Roddy's over there as well. So definitely Atlantic is the hottest. And to see an act like Gucci say he's done, and I'm guessing that's when his contract's up July 3rd. I think that's very interesting. People can say what they want about Gucci Mane. He's pretty much good for a big pop record. I feel like it probably does take a lot of funds to promote a Gucci Mane project. And I know somebody like Gucci, Gucci surged when he was just able to put out mixtape after mixtape. That's when he was at his pinnacle from a music standpoint. He's got enough of a following right now where he probably can go independently. He's probably making so much money, and his records are going to get streamed forever. His mixtape catalog is being able to be thrown up on streaming platforms now. He'll make a lot of money. Like, Gucci's giving all the artists that he signed $1 million up front. Like, that's a big number to give to young acts who really ain't proved a lot. I think Gucci Mane will be fine financially. He doesn't need a label. He'll go redistribute his music somewhere, get a bag that way, and pretty much that'll be the future of Gucci Mane. So I'm not surprised that he's leaving Atlantic. I am kind of surprised that Atlantic would allow a guy like Gucci Mane to leave, though, and I say this for this reason. When I look at talents like NBA Youngboy and Kodak Black, I believe when they decide to sign with an Atlantic Records, I believe one of the selling points is Gucci. Because I believe a lot of these artists nowadays that come up, I know this for a fact, when they were younger, they looked up to Gucci Mane, right? They looked up to a Gucci. I know this sounds crazy, but for a lot of the young acts, right now, they're looking at guys like a Chief Keef as inspirations to them. Drake, Gucci Mane, that's what was popping when they were coming up. So when I see a guy like Gucci on Atlantic, if I'm an artist like an NBA Youngboy, I feel a lot better knowing somebody that I can relate to. I know from the streets for real. No matter what you say about anybody else, I don't know where Bruno Mars is from. I don't relate to him. I don't know a lot about him, but I know for a fact Gucci Mane from Atlanta for real. So if nothing else that Gucci could do, he's definitely to me a recruiting mechanism for Atlantic to go get the up and coming young acts that's popping in the game, like a Roddy Ricch and NBA Youngboy and Kodak and all these talents. I look at him as like a nice veteran, that Andre Iguodala that every roster needs. And every now and then he can still go get you 20 points and play some good defense, get you 5 rebounds, 5 assists. But he's great in the locker room. And with Gucci, when bruh's around, he gonna give it to you real. And he's somebody that you could just look at as reliable and somebody that's always around and makes other people comfortable and people want to play with him, do music with him, all that stuff. I'm surprised if this is true. And if he's opted to leave Atlantic again, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe Atlantic wouldn't give Gucci the payday that he wants. Maybe they don't see the value that I see. To me, Gucci's been one of the biggest cosigns from pretty much every artist over the last decade that came out of the South, from Thug, Gunna. I mean, any artist you could think of over the last 10, 15 years to pop off, the Migos, Rich Homie Quan. Look at their features. One of the first records they put out, or one of the first big features they had, more times than not, Gucci was in that realm of one of their first records. He works with a lot of up and coming artists. He does co-sign a lot, and that means a lot. Lil Baby now, even, Gucci was one of the first people to support him. And obviously Thug's very influential in Atlanta, and Thug gives it up to Gucci. So I'm just surprised that Atlantic has not did whatever it takes to make Gucci happy. He's clearly upset. He's calling him the most polite racist ever. So clearly, I mean, look at the wording of that. The most polite racist ever. What does that mean? That means Gucci Mane is walking into the office and most likely asking for things that they won't do, Atlantic, but they're telling him it in nice ways, and they're making him feel good about himself and maybe giving him enough so he doesn't get unhappy, but they're not taking it to the level that he wants it to. That's probably what the most polite racist ever, that term, means. And it's to the point where Gucci's saying after July 3rd, he won't be on Atlantic no more. We'll see. Maybe this is a negotiation tactic to get more money. We'll see. I think Gucci will be fine doing his own thing. He's got a big following, social media platform popping. He's in great shape now. He doesn't need Atlantic. It would be great to have Atlantic to fund a new 1017, but he don't need him. His bread's up. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I think it's a big deal that an artist like Gucci at this point in his career is saying, you know what, Atlantic is cool, but I'm good. These dudes, they racist. I don't need their money. I can do it on my own. You look at artists like a Ross and Jeezy. They're still on Def Jam, I believe. I'm just interested to see what Gucci decides to do going forward. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment box below. I'm out.